Imagine this. You walk into a room, and suddenly, all eyes are on you. Someone's whispering. You hear the word pathetic slip from their lips. And just like that, your heart races. You freeze. Did they just judge you? What if I told you that you've been manipulated your entire life into believing that every look, every word, every subtle glance is somehow about you? What if I told you it's not just the world that's out to get you? It's your mind, programmed to see threats everywhere. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal a shocking truth about how you've been allowing this to happen, and more importantly, how you can break free. What if I told you that everything you've been taught about taking things personally is a lie? That this belief isn't just harmless, it's destroying your peace, your happiness, and even your relationships? Every day, you fight an invisible battle in your head. Someone's passing by, and you're suddenly asking yourself, did they look at me funny? But here's the thing, that voice in your head? It's not your friend. It's been quietly, persistently convincing you that you're being attacked, even when you're not. The way you see the world, it's been hijacked by this unseen force, and you don't even realize it. I know it sounds like a horror story, but the truth, it's worse than that. So what happens when you feel like the world is against you? When you hear a slight remark or notice an expression, and suddenly, you feel the weight of the world falling on your shoulders. It's like someone's just pressed a button in your brain, and you can't help but spiral. Maybe you're questioning your worth, your intelligence, or even your very existence. You keep trying to piece together these little fragments of information, but they never quite add up. The truth is, you've been taught to react emotionally before thinking logically. You've been conditioned to personalize everything. And this is where the danger begins. Because once you believe everything is about you, you stop living freely. You start living defensively, always on guard. But what if this all could change? What if instead of seeing yourself as the victim, you could see yourself as the observer? The person who's in control of their emotional reactions. There's a powerful secret you need to know. The art of reframing. It's not just a technique, it's a weapon. When you learn to reframe, you see the world with new eyes. And you realize that, for the most part, nothing is personal. You don't have to let someone else's bad mood, their comments, or even their silence dictate your worth. In fact, they might not even be thinking about you at all. When you reframe, you understand that people's actions reflect their own emotions, their own experiences, not your value. Let me break it down for you. You've been living in a world where you're the constant center of attention, whether you want to be or not. Every passing glance, every small comment, has been filtered through the lens of, what does this say about me? But here's where you've been going wrong. You've allowed your mind to create stories. Stories about other people's behaviors and how they reflect your worth. Psychologists call this cognitive distortion, a mental pattern that twists reality into something that serves your insecurities. It's why you catastrophize small moments. It's why you assume that a friend didn't reply to your text, because you did something wrong. But the truth, most people are just navigating their own internal battles. They're not spending all their time analyzing you. Now here's the real power. When you start to reframe, you break the cycle. You stop reacting impulsively. You realize that someone's bad day, their rude comment, or their unintentional look has nothing to do with you. And this is your freedom. When you learn this skill, you start taking back control. You stop being a prisoner of other people's opinions, and start becoming the master of your emotional responses. Imagine that freedom, real unshakable freedom. So here's your challenge. The next time you feel that initial sting, when you feel like someone's out to get you, pause. Take a moment. Reframe. Ask yourself, is this really about me? And watch how your world shifts. This isn't just about controlling your thoughts. It's about mastering your mind and taking back the power to choose how you feel. No more being controlled by other people's actions. It's time to break free, but the choice is yours. If you felt that twinge of relief, if you're ready to take control, then like this video, share it with someone who needs this truth. Leave a comment. What are your emotional triggers? A friend's silence? A critical remark? The fear of being judged? Or maybe something else entirely? Let me know. This is your moment. And subscribe, because this isn't the only truth I'll reveal. If you really want to unlock more, if you want to stop being manipulated, this is where you start. But only if you're ready to face the truth.